Hey guys, it's Jack here again, and you guys seemed to like the last video with the commentary, so I thought I would try it again. So we're back here at Watkins Glen in a 4-lap race. We're on the medium tires. On the tune with the Acura, I chose to go full front, no rear to try and get a little bit more top end, and we are off. For some reason, that guy is an 8v8 supercar. Best of luck to him, but there we go. There's a big stack up in the first corner. And we're gonna try and make our way through the field, having to lift a little bit, but let's make a move up the inside. This corner's gonna push us out and almost into that Corvette, but we're gonna keep our foot in it, recover that little slide, and we're gonna get back into the draft and see what kind of moves we can make. Now, the first lap in any Forza Motorsport lobby is going to be chaos, especially when you start at the back. So trying to make smart, safe moves, that really wasn't too smart for me. But there's a little bit of chaos, as you can see on the first laps. So now we're gonna try and get back into the groove and try and start making up some of this ground and go for the win. So I got the inside line here. The Viper's just gonna get a little enthusiastic and give me a nice little hello, but we're gonna move on from him pretty quickly. Now we have our sights set on the bunch of cars in front of us, so we're just gonna really focus on getting a very good exit and try and draft up to that Porsche and maybe make a run up the inside. So we're sitting here in the slipstream. I feel like I've got a pretty good run and I probably can't outbrake him, so I'm gonna take the corner and they're all gonna push wide. Gonna get a nice couple positions right there. The BMW is cutting in front of the Porsche, making him lift, and I'm just gonna go right around the outside of this Corvette. No problem. We're gonna move on to the next two. I see there's a Ford GT and a Porsche in front of me. I know the Ford is really slow on the straights, so I can be pretty patient behind him, but the Porsche here is going to push out wide. I know I can easily make that pass. We're going to get a good run coming onto the main straight here to complete the first lap, and I know I'm just going to glide right on by this Ford. One thing to know when you're racing is not only recognizing who you're racing against, if you saw certain people in the practice lobby or qualifying and knowing how they race, but also knowing how the other cars in the lobby race. Cars like the Ford and the Chevy are very good in the corners, but they very much struggle once you get them above about 150 miles an hour. So now we're riding here in 6th, and we're gonna try and close the gap into the bus stop. I finally get the chance to really full send it here. So we're gonna see how much time we can make up here. Always to try and keep a minimum speed above 100 miles an hour is a good safe option if you're brave. About 103 is really pushing it. So we're gonna try and make a move on this Aston Martin here, duck to the outside. Nice little late lunge, nice and clean though. And now we are fighting behind Floyd. Now, Floyd and I had a very good battle throughout this race. He was very clean. He drove some defensive lines and he had a good fight. So me and him are gonna be battling it out for the next couple laps here as we try and close in on the leaders. And talking about what type of cars they're in, I know this Audi is very, very good on the straights. It is the preferred car of choice. So we're gonna try and work our way around Floyd. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on getting good corner exits, maybe get a run. Right there, I cut the inside a little bit too hard, just a little bit too impatient from me. I should have taken that a little bit slower. But we're just gonna focus on getting our lines right now. In this corner, right here, we really need to make sure we avoid this inside curve. If you hit that curve, it'll bounce the car up a little bit and you can easily lose a lot of time and allow for the car behind you to make a very good pass on you. So now, coming into the first corner, just again, you're focusing on just corner exit here. You wanna make sure you get a good run. I'm sitting here in the draft, and hopefully I can get a chance to make a move in the bus stop if you can maintain a good line through here. So here you see we are already pulling a good amount of time, but one thing, patience is key in some of these races. Now, there's only 2 laps to go, but you still don't want to rush the pass. If I try to force a move somewhere, it's just gonna cost us both time. So right there was the leader. He just crashed in the bus stop. So now we're up to P4, and I'm a little bit worried because I haven't gained too much time on Floyd. I'm a little bit quicker, but he definitely has some pace. So there was the other leader that crashed, and I'm worried if he gets in front of the BMW before me, he's going to have the ability and time to pull enough of a gap to where I'm not going to be able to catch him. So I'm now going a little bit more aggressive. I have a nice little run on the inside. The Audi's superior acceleration was able to cut me off. So I'm going to make a little bit of a lunge up the inside, but just to get him to take the alternate line. So now I have a better run going into the next corner and trying to set myself up again. Boom, we're going to cut back outside, try and get a nice good run on the exit. Again, I really do want to get by this Audi before he can try and get by that BMW, because I do not want him to be able to drive away early. So we're going to try and really focus on getting another good clean exit here. And we do, and we're going to hop immediately into the draft, and we're going to pull out to the inside. I probably could have stayed in there a little bit longer, but I'm going to brake on my normal line, cut back inside. It was not worth the move there. It would have cost us both a lot of time. And as you'll see, the patience did pay off. So we're going to come back in the draft. I know the car in front isn't that fast on the straight, so I'm not too worried about the time I lost in turn one. But we're going to hop back in the draft, and he's going to be making a move on the BMW. He's also trying to get by quickly because he felt the pressure from behind, so he's going to make that move. But making that move put him offline, so we're going to be able to sneak right by on the bus stop, and now we're right on the back of the BMW. One thing to note, if you look at the leaderboard, the previous leader of the race, who was very, very quick, is now right behind us as well. So we have a 4-car battle for the win, and we're going to try and send it right up the outside again. Ooh, just a little bit of contact, but not too bad. And we're going to snap back right behind. We're keeping an eye on the car behind us. And again, we're just going to focus here on getting a good exit, get a good run off the corner, and we should be able to make the pass. You can see right there, he puts the power down too hard, too early, spins those tires. We have a nice run. I'm a little bit worried about pulling all the way out in front because I think he's going to try and come back on the inside, but he stuck to the outside. I lifted off the brake early, got a nice, good exit, and we're just going to try and focus on our corner exits from here all the way to the finish. Coming back out, nice, smooth exit. And again, just focusing on the lines. Don't worry about what's behind. Try to make sure you have it nice and clean. There's not really a good passing zone here, but you can see the one mistake I made here, bouncing into that. Had to lift a little bit on corner exit. Luckily, he wasn't too far behind, but that is it. From last place to first, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.